bribery allegations. It's time to focus on fact and fairness rather than fueling baseless accusations for political gains. Musa Abatwa and Onudiwe Abba. We say, Obi, good evening. Abbas Nuruddin Esquire should understand that the campaign is over, so it's not about talking the workday grounds and not about propaganda in the ensuing agencies given to them. Thank you. Ofori Anthony or Lashibi Zone 2. We say Obi Abbas is an excellent communicator. Mike Cross, a Krofum should be in the Adanse area. And
one of the new constituencies I are in.
Akrofum no Murini.
For the first time, yeah.
Okay.
You're in Adanse Krofum, you're in Adanse Soka.
Okay.
New.
And is that Akrofum na MPP young guy?
Yeah. A young guy.
Yeah. Olusui.
He lost.
And I saw my budget seat na
one term.
Oh wow. Wow. And also crowd me my next point about Ashanti region. And the fact that with what happened in the region, now there is massive responsibility on Mo as a party. And are you up to that task in the Ashanti region?
Definitely. We'll be on say a few 2024 your campaign na and ye be that. Because most of the time no. I now cause I had Asante fu muntu ye dey o to be anko to be akra NDC asem. At this time round the region was zoned into 5. Chairman Lady Bako, Secretary Lady Bako, Organizer Lady Bako, me communication me Lady Bako, and a youth new women and so Lady Bako. Until we were hanona we were ha. We free na we are a day abba. We were able to cover a lot of grounds. Until be under normal circumstances near intimate konokra ye koni amam foko engage ye. Unim say Ashanti region obi. Say ye development near de toaba. Ini kwan say ye toaba nka MPP also munya 20% kra because Ashanti kru kesi bi e wo hu bia. Adie bia makro nani mabenyam. Say ye light, say ye nsuo, say ye kanea, say ye school, say ye kwan chances are that obekɔ krom no. Say ni nyina nya NDC na de baya. Ne mu be ye 9 the NDC. Hwemampon kwan no. There was a time ufri Jamase from Mampon kuna ko nintini a.
Yes.
Ufri Kumase besina ko Mampon obedi be 3 days. It took Rollins with a company called Interbetten to connect the Fija part to Sechra. Sa kwan no ne wo ha na ma aduane timi firi atebubu nom ne ade nyina ye de yeba. Kumase proper omo behu coal any asphalt ni nyina no. Rollins no kofa concert any Kasajan, any Lumed Baumo, any Bayesa, a Niama no. Yura Mahama by a KGT market, no other markets in the hospitals or they electrification about 70% of rural electrification in Ashanti region. But now, I say, you want some panel, but now quiet said, dear, one muna now tisumu. Obia muna, what the question pass and wine be. As I enton yen sempano, the MPP for kofa bibia bebomua na aye na Rollins ne betwa mo nananom ma Rollins na ona na yesikani na Rollins beji ni sika Rollins amaji ni sika no a enen kasa ne despite madu nanka ye de party ne ho tan aye dai ahye nipam na ye bu region no kwase a hwese Ashanti region ye see here 5 interchanges na ban we see why interchanges be 9 na ba kokra ni Ashanti region. Because almost Ashanti vote ne de etaho yenko pebi wo ba bi mfanya. So we went round to disseminate this information, and the mimi hunu ne say obi in the next 3, 4, 5 elections no there will be no political strongholds in Ghana again, or the the political strongholds will heavily diminish because we are getting to a stage Nipa Dodoa is moving into the floating voter, discerning voter bracket. In the Ashanti region, no koka to me koka chiro say Rollins twa na na boss me. Rollins if twa me na na aba no na me nyina ho de me ni ma ne sese come ye dey e de me eno so na me kohwe de aye dey ato aba. You get a point. We have voter region ye we ne ye no a 2024 election was an outlier because of the abysmal performance of the Kufa. But we have Rollins time mainland vote and MPP to 5%. But we 2016-2020 now mainland voter they were doing more than 10-12%. Yes. So gradually no this thing about political strongholds no the Ashanti region MPP nya 2020 no eka 7,000 no menya 1.8 million votes. Ya train nipa be 500,000 di ka ho a intinka omo vote no appreciate ka was say twa mu 2 million but next what about 1.3 million vote among for say Ashanti region and Twaba enya no cresa the whole Ghana region to Abapa Ashanti region. Look at the statistics 65% voter turnout. Voter region you're 46%.
But 65% against previous elections.
You see, previous elections no. Na niema bi sisi a na yenya no adro. What you say? Na niema bi sisi a yenya no adro. Into upa obehwe previous 2 elections no. National average is 65%. Now Ashanti region average 85%. A complete deviation from the normal trend. What you say? Na omo woni niema bi omo ya omo de buye kwase ampanimfo nso se kwase ani tia na agoragu. What you say? Nti niema ye de ese akokọ ento badwam. E na general bi ani ho nso awokọ akọ a the strategy or the corre or the acquiring no or the beba to dwa na ne opponent anya no adro ye de anima na se maame awo ye ba no ye nya na ye wo opposition ajekum ti ase kro ye saman na wasa twa na ni ahwedan ye wo opposition kra no ye timi achemo rigging strategy na ya sa aba power in the 2024 there 2028 there on say a lot to me person make kasa bebre because
performance
yes,
in government so
how we proceed on say me I always get to the point say NDC if we don't do 4 we will do 12. That is how I've seen it.
More than 4 years
we will do 12.
Na say Mosai we need 2028
we will do 12 straight away.
Straight
12 that is how my reading. I may be wrong though. So the performance of NDC will largely depend
on this 4.
The goodwill of Papa John Dramani Mahama. And yana Papa John Dramani Mahama. When you have the benefit of experience, nunti ni say panyin ni hwe kra no o wa abache, enya abache o abache me ba ya che, wo hunu niema bebre a hunu ye. Enti na wo hwese ne osi ye ne niema. The quality of his appointments. The quality of JM's appointment can be likened to the quality Kufuor had during his first term. Or there are ministries no any omo ayabobo omodi no. There is no square peg behind round hole biao. Look at Irato Forsen. Irato Forsen a brewe ya iwomu. We couldn't have gotten a better finance minister than Ato Forsen. No, usually utimi kunya finance minister now a theoretical book long removed from the political reality na or ye niema bia hete the political fortunes of the party no and other times utimi kunya obi or ye overtly political on where a niema in a very objective perspective the second of Oriata no so ye niema those extreme ends no you could see say Irato Forsen is more or less at the midpoint. He understands on one nante regions bebre koye campaign, so he understands. He has had first-hand experience of the economic situation. And the ba nimdian so anyankopon di bia ye dey adom no. Obi a call Oxford there. Obi o ye tax ye expert from Oxford University there. Was so who say and oba ye no say ne wasi ato ne bo ase en hihye niema on say ade ba ko ma economy ne ko gina ba bia ye gina ye no e confidence FM. Economies all over the world thrives on confidence. Yes. When people lose confidence in the economy no mo sha ase eyiyi eye omusika free economy ni mu a economy no be crash. Irato Forsen has brought back that confidence and Sembia Okan in opposition, even in power, no, or that's general ye levy or see ebeko COVID levy a day, ebeko a year betting tax by day, ebeko. So it has given a young cophobia no movie say Ghana economy need ye no. a new some life say enkofo ya ba mu betumi aye de atoto niema eyie enura hwe debt reliever yakọ sign MOU aye de ye benyan cause aban no atwa mu ne ye niema bi a asa ochechira aban ne nsa egu nachi na obi say otena se na hwe ni ya never in the history of this fourth republic ena aban bi ba wabeto terrible situation than what President Akufo-Addo and Bawumia handed over to.
Oh, you think so?
Yes, I'm going to give you the facts. Once we had 2016 and MPP.
Yes.
Eba power, almost economy na say krano. Yura Mahama jaomu economic buffers bia. It cushion them. It is a sinking fund. We had about Yura Mahama $400 million in the sinking fund for the incoming Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration. That particular year, we projected say about 800,000. We had 966,000 additional income of about a year 400 million. Yura Mahama Jano Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. Yura Mahama Jabe $200 million a day. A year stabilization fund. Yura Mahama yedei eja sika eyedei ewum baby bebre ejapade and apart from sika botany ankasa Yura Mahama eja ne wa accounts mu no aye investment bi a eson faso ni nyina no omampanyina Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Bawumia na yedei ebedi ohwa the world over, all these credit rating agencies predict say because of the huge investment Yura Mahama in the oil sector, no, Ghana's economy, regardless of whoever won in 2017, was going to grow by about around 7%. And Samsung see because Yura Mahama at the time petrol per day no 70,000. At the time, President Akufo-Addo was doing about 300 a year thousand. So Yura Mahama abra wokono uja economic buffers bia abai na IMF no ayeye koye no so no esom faso dodo na most of the drawdowns came under Omampanyini Akufo-Addo abreso. And the essence say economy no Yura Mahama dija Yura Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Bawumia na eye ntino. That is how come another a Yura Mahama buy no anu akoji sika wo Canada so they be agricultural mechanization for D&D. They had 125 million sitting in account and until no mo buy January no mo buy February no ma implement planting for food and jobs meboa they came in January but February because there was money sitting there no mo so my planting for food and jobs. September no mo so mo free education but so mo buy na economy no enye te said the mo de eja ye no they would have to spend time getting the economy in shape. But because the economy was in shape already, they hit the ground running. Just oppose that with what Omampanyini Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Bawumia edi eja Yura Mahama. One, energy sector nko meja yeka $2.5 billion.
Someone so muja omo kan.
Say energy sector nko $2.5 billion. And yema Yura Mahama ya odija Omampanyina Akufo-Addo na nkeni kwan so de koy energy sector problem no na generational problem. A canon na one a generational deficit. Two a fuel a debe power a thermal plants. And a three a legacy debt. Omampanyina Mahama solved all these problems. One, your generational deficit our bani a generation capacity 2005 or Konodia could do 5,000 megawatts. A year over reliance on end gas on Nigeria only your mills etapo a year your gas reserves are near I war a year you work about 250 million standard cubic feet of gas no they established the needed infrastructure gas by $300 million afibiani ekotono ka aban no a oba ne be yi o man sika de akotono oye no ha ne ye de ne legacy debt no oye esla enti ba bi Omampanyini Mahama solve dum so edidru ye no Omampanyini Akufo-Addo number 2 aso kakrakra Omampanyini Akufo-Addo number 2 aso kakrakra no a enka in the next 20-30 years enka dum so nye de emma but mo buy omo si o Mahama solve dum so na mana bro so and as I say ye wa nyina mahoden kra ye and o matena ho aye kokko asasa enenne the Omampanyini Mahama aye ni nyina o madwira we are back to square one and the dum so say ye de illumine in the energy sector enkwano no in the agric sector cocoa cocoa board and him say yeah profitable organization a year Mahama Eko uja be $400 million in the cocoa year ye cocoa ye cotton infraso e ba so no ene cocoa a yentimi service say yesika ya bosia ya koje o mampanyini Mahama Eko ja cocoa tonnage ni say 966 and they are about 500,000. We are short by about 400,000. Enye no kwa sika ye kwaje se ye de beto cocoa no ebi wo ha ye be gisika se ye de koto cocoa enko enti ne ye wo cocoa service deficit of about 600,000 metric tons. Yakwaje sika ye ntimi nya de entua yo. Cocoa board no ankasa cocoa bills a we issue ye cocoa board no ankasa deka billions of Ghana cedis. Enu nkoda ko road sector aban we the road contractors ka more than $10 billion road nkwawo na wasadi yakowura eye odi yakowura DDEP mu a na usika da bank kra okoya. There is no single facet of your national life aban we betimi akasa wa free education hwebe bia na aban ne dia ye de yabedro to the extent say omo ko musunsumu fidie bi egu ho say enka omampanyini Mahama metom ni enka say yanka because you say Ghana ye thermal plants no ye the fan won the power na fan won no ye spend 1 month e de kra near the be 2 weeks as I day anane so that the thermal plant could take those liquefied abai we lose ye na wanye order ye ba ye na na de no be de asemo be ba san say yewura Mahama ni trima bobi otimi won hunu niama so nti no ya na oyi nyankopon oyi ye free sa de nke ne ka dumso ba kakra bi yanka say Mahama ba odi dumso be ba ezo nu echi ya omu dumso we bi aba yo mo ka kire say dumso esi it is that intellectual dishonesty and now plunge MPP into their lowest ebb, their lowest political ebb in the history of Ghana. And the NDC for the yesu be because I'm penisi dia ananse dia wo no ntekuma entenase ntonku. The arrogance of power ade cause wenye okoka na MPP for be catch say ye na wo de wo shentable space. Eye dress kasa fefe kasa him for didi o matem ye nyina yesu ade obi and now hear me tone now won say it is a different tone because is
there power ba
enya power no per se obi de tie nie we party now we opposition you are always on the offensive.
Yes.
The bia wo de obenya bia wo to aba aban oba aban mu a you are always defensive because o policies bi wo ha wo be ya is going to affect the livelihood of the people. It's going to affect people one way or the other. In this oba na wo be kasa abufu hyew so oba na wo sa be ye a hand tiny drea. Now say you are rubbing salt in people's injury. And in power, you must always sound calm. You must always sound sober. You must always sound persuasive. You must always sound apologetic. Now with your church, there some opposition, eba to niama de ayede. But who say nya woni omo nko na ayede there are people out there listening to you. Omo na power na ayede. And they say Ghana for who because some MPP lose we NDC ni now to okra na we my day asho cause we nipa wo hu so we ne krama obi we ne wo krama e kwa fom na osan a wo twa wani a wo hu ba wo ne nipa etu anamo a otimi san wo ni trim na oda so di wachi enu na ehu no sane Ghana for the MPP for no wo mo san e wo mo trim free MPP wo na MPP for nya dai ehu. You get a point. So yen a ene e koma yen no yen na wo say you hunu say niema MPP for ye di o makodru ba bia o modru no enikwa. That is why ye mu be we dove our heart for President Mahama because bano awa bano ko betumi ride on the goodwill no na eniema bebre o kan ye no wantimi anye no abepa Ghana for achewo ye fi say ye papa kan assistant ministers no ye ka say assistant sector ministers o ne ka say regional ministers and kan ho. But I say no way. This is the covenant I had with Ghanaians. I'm not prepared to go against that covenant. Also, on the first time we 125. Mahama is doing 60, less than 50. less than 50% of Eura. Oh, this is what I told Ghanaians. At these early stages of my administration, me Ghana for now will be a caucus and the among your 4 year day. I had that for I'm going by it. Or by or say Bokun Tokano, me buy Messiano. Yura Mahama call Boku by what a cent Tokanas as a review. Yura Mahama call Boku by and what a cent and Tokanas as a review. Look at Yura Mahama inauguration. And I mean, who said Papa is a great man. Never in the history of Ghana, not even in Nkrumah, any heads of state in Kwabeye 21 within the sub-region in Kwahu. Heads of state, no mean African giants, strong men. They say Paul Kagame nomne, Dumbuya nomne, Mia Ibrahim Traore, nomne. You see, you could see, say, Papa no ba, he's been able to even unite the sub-region. The new generation of military leaders are no more free, say, ECOWAS no more nini ye, into my you more free, ECOWAS no more. He's been able to bring all of them together. All of them, almost all of them showed up at this inauguration. So it tells you John Mahama as a leader, no, he's very consummate, or you'll be ultimately the economic, and that is what we need at this particular point in time. Now, appointments are why you look at somebody like Honorable Eric Opoku for Agrek. Square peg in a square hole. Or the Agrek sector, and I say that will call vetting, or you could see, say, or you'll be out here, and I say, look at somebody like.
And only a casa. Now, the real work, no, has to be done.
On say, Adia no say, unim dia, ultimate casa, won't me. Mohana Dr. Bibekan Saya Wunyasem no so what the mind does not know, the eyes cannot see. Adia untimi conceive in your mind's eye, no, when ni intimi nyadai. Look at somebody like Ayine. Dr. Dominic Ayine. Now may I drove my heart for him. Or call office the first idea that series of political persecutions. You'll be to say you for swampofo. A dear we are a dear bona chena boso in Fibe num as in Fiancia Urupuni. Now some way the bonus CK involved, nay bear 775,000 people on your Bonibiao. A chena boss watching a boss who fear and watch Bonnie Bain way.
The merit of the case, the Canadian
Oh, Obi,
you know that
you are a lawyer just like myself. Yes. But say, case against somebody. Now in few more me establish even the home popoye krano. Let's just say you don't have a case. It was a clear case of political persecution.
But what has happened over the last 8 years, no, have been interlocutory applications here and there.
No.
The merit of
there has been. No America say omu case papa bi anka asem no ayede enka enya asem ne ho proprowa ene beji asem na gina ho because omu ni case no omu pese omu use kwan bia emfichi kwan bia de Europe ni yede atum ene nyankopon so ayede edi ne ho ayede afofie ba MPP for eniema amomo aye no o mampanyi Muhammad o so o mbewe hanti obia. But obi bia wadi bone so no one mra no beko ayede ate ono mampanyi Mahama no a charge bia mo de bone bia one mra ne kote you people don't know that asem bia ye kato ne su bia no he subjected himself to investigation Airbus ye de to ne so ye de no command special prosecutor asem bia ye kato ne su bia no he say enti se na ya be fra akufu ado ba bia mo obi meka say ye be we chante ya fra ba umia wo PDS any hotel our baby mo bi nka say e witch hunting what you say na dwirimu ne bone a MPP fo adi o my Ghana no obi so man asase a yetimi ton se me ho no SIF for masase kakraka no MPP ni bia be chemu afa ba ko asi abrosan be yensia sika otu aye say ya sika otu aye nu asase a ye ton $700,000 no wo timi kota asase no $5,000. What obi yenka say yenton aban asase but wo ton aban asase a there should be value for money Obisa what you say, oh, Taba, I was so ma aban no bois. Edie, send your aban no bet me de aye bibi a be compensative for that perpetual loss of a title to that particular land, no. But because some more aban no, oh, I didn't know cotton 5,000. Now work on will be 700,000. Yet we turn the 700,000. I then aban 1 ton yen fan to aban kukum. Ade bia na ya ban japade bia na mpp fo afa ni nyina no awia bebuma mo bia ye dey ehunu enye political witch hunt ba sabia so sabia nyaado aban japade a obi afa bia no onye na adwene se one emre ye dey ebeko ate ena owura abaye amanfo tiantiam ena owura obi bridge bua emfa no ma ho because anoma on through bridge watu na wiem what you say. Se wo ma aban krono a ye ka owura onye dey emfa ho because owura na eba ye no omu su kese afanyo markings obi kona nye owura asam kra na okoka owura because onim sa atenten wotu ane to Ghana water onim sa atenten wotu ane to ewo ECG onim sa atenten wotu ane to on say a strategy na amanfo bi dey dada amanfo they are putting up a certain militant posturing. Na prosecution shots ya waka say me ha NDC fonti eno mo ye dey ye me sa ba bone de ensuma bone bi a watia de atia wo man no emre bi beso anipa be dey e be ansa enti obi meme dey I think say President Mahama has started very well with his appointees and the way I will proceed wa faniama boko. He has once again he has brought decency back to our presidency. He has brought respect back to our presidency. And say oko voter region him for sorry channel so nana no montrase. Wona asase no yamo dia Ghana ebe to eye nana no anamu di mo hene wo manimu nyamu dada. Nti nya afi na mo be sorry na me o mampanyine no enje sorry a wo be sorry ama me no ene be kire say wa mama ide yi anidie. Ba duru mire bi obi wo so wan sorry a me be pawo sum. Ene sa ne amani nyina atwam ye nya mampanyine bi ansuo timi fa amanfo no akọ se monto aba ma me ntenya mampanyine na me ye kura nka me nya dai me ma ha be ne ye nya mampanyine bi a the first political outing was in the stronghold of the opponent. He went to pay homage. The first traditional outing was to go and pay homage. Ewo hini bia wo ba bia anya ne stronghold. Saa de we nyina send signal say Ghana nyina no ye nipa de ye nipa baako na niema e kan ye bom no do so chen niema ye de etete ye mu. O man panyine Mahama the last time obeswe in ministers and minister be late. O pamono signal be no is telling you say in this administration there will be no room for the indiscipline. You get the point. So sometimes what leaders, the values leaders inculcate lies not so much in what they say than what they don't even say, they exude. And that is exactly what President Mahama. Now me, I have no doubt in my mind, say, Yura Mahama in the second term we know. Nyame peso fan so eye bibidima o my Ghana. E wom say MPP ase o my no o matete eniema pansam o mampanyina kufuado. Wahu. Na me mpesa me hyen kontro anase me hyen kombone. Na empani say wo yo hene. Wahu. Na wo bedi ade no amobra pa. Ukọ ukra achi ni epunu nkonwa wakonwa ye mpunu bi. Ye dane butu. Na me am telling you say Ebedru baby a Ghanaian posterity will judge Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo very harshly because wabeye niema bi a okum oman ni sunsum. Achimota Forest, the only ecological belt and wa Accra and maintaining ecological balance no. What declassify no as a forest reserve and then no kohwe chire ho nyina abu ya toni nyina Achimota Forest no and then you huni nyina di enya Achimota Forest nkwan
but the declassification enya the entire forest. I mean,
you
that's
see?
Not factual.
And no, but a huge portion of it has been declassified. A huge portion and I can fear be declassification no say John Wuya ye ko huso de bia ye ne we la ye de ama na Kwame Nkrumah Jia Forest ne to ho no and na yam preserve on your ba ya enka say John na obefiri wu krom ababe fa da eniema bi wo ho na Addo ya wakum oman ni sunsum ye wo sika bi wo ho na ebo oman ni ho futuo bi wo ho a omampanyini Rollins ebe to so odidi hu odija omampanyini kofo obedidi hu ono nso didi hu edija Yewura Mahama didi hu edija Yewura Akufo-Addo edu hu nko awo so a foto no a obi adidi hu de agya wo no wo de wakosa foto no sika beba begum emfie 20 years 15 years ni nyina no wagye adi enti na Yewura Mahama abo no wabeto foto hunu a sika bi anya dai enim enya foto ba ko na enyemienu why eslabi why get fund bi what kind of wickedness this is this is a classical example of man's wickedness against his own man obi hwe saa de no ananado ye nete say abusua panyini bi bai obeto abusua koko no afi bia no muti koko 20 bags no ehun sika ye 1 million
Asempa
ye chemu bia enya bi abusua panyini bia bedidi hu no agya ho na abusua panyini bia ba abusua panyini ba ko bi ba no anya 80 years onim sa aka ne huri prekun enche obewu no akose koko krache nsese sika ebeba beda koko ne beso saa 20 years no fa ni nyina ama ne nya dai eni ne enti abusua panyina beba daache no koko ne yete ade kotuaka ba bia o mampanyina Akufo-Addo de o man na koche most of these statutory funds nanka enu na ebe serve as buffer o mampanyina Mahama edi beye bibi no enne wagi mu sika nyina ye dai edi ena wo sebie so sebie nyaado na nado ene Yewura Osafo mo ye mpanyimfo o maduru o manim no mutumi ko bobosia bosia no ye betua no 40 years ago 40 years later na 40 years no mo wa he mutumi ko bobosia na so a mo betua no ma front load bosia ne braso na wasi etua no o se watu bosia na ko wanim o mampanyini Mahama na enye dai emetua bo mampanyini Mahama on say economy kama Yewura Mahama dija o mo 2016 o mo ba ye o mo ye hu dede no senke economy when you dija o mo dia any BBC nyina anke be ye ho announcement but mampanyini Mahama very characteristic of him no o se dija wa na ye dia ye dai na ye dia so awo obe man so nsinsuo mu ansan wa ye dai wa ham wo ba no no nim dia ye dai echiam ti nya afa ni wo betwa adwo e de ne nsa gu ni ti asu buebu nkofo ya se o man no de wa betu bia no ono nso ene ne manfo no be kan bom no ma ye dai no ma no mo nim se kakra bi o mo be ye bia no nyame hira so be dai e be ye
Abas mesan aba mo wato aso ma menka yetie for say honorable Kwesi Akwa member of parliament for the Achem Odan constituency untimi meka yensa enti yenim senti aba ma menka messages kakra utie na o message 0548 443 523 0548 443 523 we say obi a president sold government cars to his appointees and a president did not. Who really loved the nation? Theophilus Awoshi. Obi, again, tell your guest to tone down because it's early days yet. And the ministers he's touting as so super ministers are yet to do the job for us to see and tell. We have been here before when we heard, quote, we have the men, unquote, and it ended up in the mess we find ourselves. So he should be moderate because talk is cheap. Charles Quating Adenta. Obi, tell Abbas Nuruddin Esquire that talk is cheap. The job they grounds. So he shouldn't pretend that Ghanaians don't know them. Time will tell. Nana Kwame Osei Suhum. Yedase papa. We say Obi. I agree with the NDC man in your studio. The NPP youth lost hope in the leadership under the watch of Nana B as youth organizer, and under his watch, NPP Tescon nearly collapsed. The worst part was Gifty or Worry, who never picked calls from Tescon leadership to even listen to our complaint. But NDC people working at NSS were the people helping some of the NPP people, so they switched to NDC after school. Executive Fred Ewo Lejokuku. Ose Obi, please tell Abbas to stop peddling untruth. The KJTR market project is an Otumfor project, phase 1 and phase 2.
Even on this elite, I'll throw ya muko di enu amo ni mo go ase no mo da so awrade nyame.
Alright. We say Obi, I am indeed happy that people like Abbas are willing to continue with the communication duties. We tell the current state of issues in Ghana and communicate transformation activities. Bash, was it for Bash or Brekuso and Udiwe Abrain. Bash, yadase, papa, for your message. Thank you. Let me see the other ones we have here. Nafi yenshe into me and twas we could see saying suni higher Asempa. Obi, your guest says under the Fourth Republic, this is the worst economy inherited by an incoming government. Tell him that is not factual. At least we know that President Kufuor, upon taking office in 2000, took Ghana to epic due to how bad the economy was. So he should check his fact and cut the intellectual dishonesty. Again from Charles Quating or Adenta. Ma memfa we ntwam na mensan emra se wutie me you assume ne tie we yi ema me mesre we ne die mu anafe yemra ne yeme wrap up ne sorry we say Obi we the future of energy, the future of energy ntiene se ufia wo office wo electricity bills kum me pa chao o how no eto etwa. Have you considered solar? Was NS wunya solar power system ye be build bi mount simple ye the panels ni gu o chance any so amount na o store power from ewia na enwumre wa use correct ema o kanea bo eba from initial investment na wo hia unya ye initial investment ni wie pe you are good to go. And it's a one year ho a me patcho Translight Solar abawoba na omo baba beboa. It's your trusted brand in the solar solutions business, and they've been there for the past 10 years, and they are making it very easy for you to own a reliable solar power system. Inti yebebode solar power system ni bi mawa bills, electricity bills ebeba for mama uni how uninterrupted power supply. Now and this is some crowd say almost signed a special flexible payment program biaba. Now the omo can say wunya be 49,000 Ghana cedis minimum. Na utria ye build a solar power system ni we are no one know. You can power your home and your office with just 30% upfront into 49,000 no. Yes, my yimu 30%. Not the akano yema untria no over 2 years, 24 months. It's very simple. Inti say goodbye to Dumso, say goodbye to high electricity bills, and say hello to uninterrupted sustainable energy. This year, marking 10th anniversary, and we are celebrating you this year. Be among the first to take advantage of this amazing anniversary offer, exclusive discount and giveaways, and while you secure your spot in the future of energy. The main train Fred Translight Solar CCR 0504 249 229 0504 249 229 na one enin common yenhwe emwa na wonso nya solar powered system yibi e wo fie anase wo office na wo kane abo eto incha na DSTV so say afi 2025 there we are all showing up, and DSTV is ready to show up for you, our cherished customers. Ubebusa say kwan ben so the DSTV kanyina say upgrade your subscription to the next package between the 13th of January to the 31st of March. So we upgrade your subscription to the next package. Yebema an even higher package for a whole month, and it's on us, and you're free. You know, it's for free on us. TNA. It is a make say, oh, access pay or subscription here, access pay for family. Once you do that into our access payer, who upgrade it at the core family. That upgrade, yebema wako compact just to watch all the Premier League games, on compact. Into me wo access pay. My man is okay. Me access pay na so me pese me tria. Afe me tria family. What tria ko family DSTV say ye ma enjoy family. Afe ye de wo ko compact all on us. In this our compact na say we upgrade the Eco Compact Plus. What it means is say you be more enjoy premium all on us. And it's amazing. Are there DSTV air this year? And they take advantage of this window 13th to 31st March. There is nothing better than putting a little bit in but getting a lot out. Into dial *759# *759# to upgrade today. Terms and conditions apply. DSTV, your home of entertainment. In the take advantage na omunshe intimi emwao. Your discussion segment yede bremi sponsored by Franco Trading Enterprise, Millennium Insurance, ena Tabia Herbal. Omunyina eboyen na yede discussion segment no bremi enti monsha nenso emayen. Ekosiise On Asempa 94.7 FM. We free Guy Soko wo Adeso. Guy Soko said, Obi, good evening. Please remind lawyer Abbas Nuruddin that campaign is over, delivery is next. It is for some of these reasons that Ghanaians voted for them to do the magic. We voted for them to perform, not to keep reminding us of the past. Guy Soko or Adeso. Okay. Ain't say or question be my boss or message be emana 0548 443 523. Earlier yene Professor Ransford Jampo Edi Enkomo. Now this one says Obi, congratulations to Prof Ransford Jampo. He should go and do well because all eyes are on him due to his constructive criticism of the previous administration. Simon Kese, Owatema, Community 1, Site 16. Hi Obi. Jampo is NDC and he worked hard against NPP. This is reward, nothing more. But you heard him say onye NDC need onye MPP need so eda. We know my penny friend catches up so babe boa on my Ghana, and that's why he accepted the position. Obi, it's obvious Prof Jampo has been rewarded for the work done for his party. Why is he running away from being a known NDC communicator? But he is not. I don't know if he said you can gaslight him. Congrats to him on his appointment, though. He should go and deliver and bring honor to Infanteman community. Ata neba kwisi onowo mankesim. And for those of you who don't know, Honorable Dr. Ransford Jampo, Ninchi Efri, Salt Pond. We say Obi, I am shocked today the way you've allowed this NDC man to say some things in the studio about Akufo-Addo. It is not good at all. Techi Justice, they are or no they are braying and Techi Yedase. This one says, Obi, my greetings to all Tema Central Horticulture Electoral Area. Obi, the NDC promised to rationalize the port charges to stabilize the city. Lamtekin Rashid, Ewo Tema, and on the way a brain. Abbas, NDC ni mapa. Are you worried about the kind of appointment he be? Because these are not guys we know. Yeah, Kunji Tumino, we didn't see them anywhere. And why should they enjoy when we win power? Are you also concerned about Sardian?
Obi. Omo kan Sardian no. Na so omo kan ansem no. Me ni omo ya adwene a enye. Because NDC nipa be 6.6 million eto aba emayen no. Nipa bibre bia ni wiase apart from Nyankopon. Enkwa ne nim saafo no. Nipa bia ni wa ye de ne begina ho even ono ani kuro mu kura no. Ye ka se omo bo nipa eye adwuma ma NDC obede obetimi. And in every political campaign no. Your frontliners to say yen nom no a. Muhnu yen wa bonten say ye kasama radio so no. What you say? And na ye won won yan so a wo mutu wo mubotom de ye dai eboa. Ni nyina no eka ho na adwuma ne yedai ejina yie because you see etuo ho yenya chitafo na yedai etuo nipa obetimi a kire obi a NDC nkunimdi a yenya no ne de eka ho ye omampanyine John Dramani Mahama because ono an eda ni jam no onim se ne esi yedai ehyehye ne fa ono na tifie no onim mmoa nipa de ayedai aboa no wono ena obi edi bibi brand wo kokoam wo ye dey ohunu ye political campaign in Ghana is so expensive obi and to run a successful political campaign no one way you be getting closer to $100 million. Yeah. The campaign aye papa ye cars awo ye dey o chair ye t-shirts aye no ni nyina na ye nipa bia e bia unhu omo so omo betena radio so ye dey e kasa enso omo boa ye dey e wo kokoam. Enti meme hu se yewura John Dramani Mahama oma obi appointment a me I assume say nipa no one way or the other no ye dey oboaye na nya oni a eboa political campaign nko ane ye ne a yebetena radio so ene ye ne a ye dey ye polling agent crowd ye say wo koye ade ne kra wo nya nche wo sa giska sika na bia obi na de ye dey e baaye aduane na odi ye na obi na ye dey e de baaye ye papa no a onu di na ade anim no onu nanim omo de ye dey e bre no enti meme the assumption is that everybody who has been appointed contributed to your victory no one way or the other. That said, obi where your political dispensation no we are moving into an era yenya enkophobia me from the political insurance bias. The political insurance bias. Omono party ba kutumi bo omo no manyeska dru ba bia they disassociate with political party na bo omo no say there me a businessman enti abato Ghana so aye say tafra hwe ase and na ebebutu ankwan this e be MPP free so how will my interest be served enti say na be there metua ha no ma ye dey metua ha enti ba bia me to insurance say no insurance no okoto ka amono na onim say akronfo beje a wunya ka no bia na wakotua sika enti ka no ye mewia ya e ye odia ye bewia ye be sa de foforo ye dey abrawo enti political insurance bias no kotua ha no aye dey no atua ha enti ba bia bebeto bia nso ye mpoyem what you say so we are ye wonkofo bi nso sa aye dey e wo ho they say no more commitment na nye to political party baako they are serving their business or their own parochial interest. Meme nya krofasa amenye sorabofo no e bia de ode be bremi wokokuo mu no so ko ma bi wo ba bia amenye da mi hunu bi e bia ne mu nso odu kama me fi se obi atimi de ade a esombo se ya bremi ne de ene na bia owo me ho be bi nso ana de ode abere wo no ba bia okoi no wamfa de eso saa nkokora wo de bibi nso ye dai ekoi enti ekọ ha ujinam ekọ nso ye dai ujinam yeah, politician no na was who can be fast why they dealing with those people, and it is also not a bad thing. Say me business na me ya ma adwene say me somebody enko an me somebody asum kwadu e komba ni nyina menya bibia edie. It is also not a bad thing, but me free say whichever way you look at the issue no aban bi aba appointments nkwa intimi and serve the interest of nipa to aba ni nyina ma no ade a ebetimi ama obi anya aban ne so mfaso interventions no awode ba no ekwan ye befa so aba ne how far reaching it will become. Yeah, Papa John Dramani Mahama Women's Development Bank ye ba bi oba bi owo otwen bewi ate anase konkontere so anase ayama nkata woni wadu biase ana akwa atwerebo ana ono nso ebenya bibi kakra de ayedai edi ne dwuma na chese wanya so mfa so national apprenticeship ba abrantie bi a ono nso ebia no ni da so ono nso benya adwuma na wanya ne nsa no wanya bibi a ono nso ebema ne nsa 24-hour economy ba na nnwuma agugu ne be rekindle nipa ebenya adwuma ayedai aye enti me in as much as me feel say yes unya appointment no nyi nyina na ebetumi anya appointment and amamuo no it is a ball obi be sha ase first half second half na na film no obi aba obi be ba injury time what you say basa otwen honhom ne nko ane wo ho ne de de ya ebe de ebeduru ye so enti meme de omo ka sa say obi MPP ni no omampanyin Mahama ne da ne jam no nim se ne esi hyehye ne fa ono na aye ne campaign no nim omo awaye de in that case no me I think we should give them the benefit of the doubt and we from a different angle. I think that it puts President Mahama even out there as somebody who will always put Ghanaian interest
first
above partisan interest. Because now Kofobi feels Mahama ba and he can say 3 days kra eba I was a dampareko but ne damparete ho. Ye nim se china na china chi obekọ ba se cia de oyede wote ho. Amanfo bi feels was say
ebiso ana wo nkokra.
Eno ne de ebre ne hyebre ne be kire. Ebia amanfo bi feels was say James and Bossman asare num nyina akọ se cia yo mote ho. The basic china de yenim but the way ana amanfo feel say omampanyin Mahama de abasa Harris so obepam saafo we nyina na wama still omoto yonko Ghana gas be na sante sort ho ayisi minerals commission ote ho
so on kwa technical committee
yati de kwati gold board nyina no yede oka ho so I think President Mahama ebra ye womu sese no yes so any ye kendini ana nyame ayi ama on say omampanyina kufu ado ne Dr. Bawumia ne MPP na eba no mo de tumi be share Ghana fo ani ya itimi de tumi tatao ne de agu adwuma itimi de tumi tatao omo humpo owura bi also sponsor Kennedy Japan na say ne video bi ba de Samira Bawumia ko bubu also okoto ne car
enye Samira Bawumia ne ko bubu
hwan o maame
I don't know. But yes, Samira was not party to the case. Na court case so. Na
between why okay, Samira Bawumia maame. Your maame Haji Aisha o maame.
Okay.
He was the
na yes Samira Bawumia.
Ono so akoto ne car. MPP mpanifo bi ba ne fie no hu ya wo se o maame nkoye duty ma wo. Okoye o se o car ne kra ne se ya ye dey ya je. Ye famanfo ajapade no mo ankasa ho kra na o maye o mo se wo fi se Ghana fo ne o ma breso zoom lion kra wo kopi bia ye se uni kada ye mfa to mo ye sa ade no de a share Ghana fo bia ne mo ya share Ghana fo ani bre wo won so ye de eka ni bre na the path and trajectory o mampanyina kufu ado ne Dr. Bawumia de o man ne fa so no e de o yawo ne abufushi wa abanipa bi mu a if we don't get a leader or level-headed, a leader or you're willing to put national interest above party interest. Now the Omampanyin Kufuor mo ye no 1 second krana obi there will be no Ghana. Where say will be aye adwuma kwa ahomegiem 70 years a wo pay sika to adro bebre kra dia homtie ye dey ewuye. You get a point. Into Omampanyin Mahama de Ghana da nyame akoma so no waye no dia maye ebrewe mu say won fa nyansa ne nyamesuro ene abotoye mu mebu man no na de anibu afu no na koma nya dai emra fom de abufuo woni mu na abufuo no nya dai enko ne nyina ye nso ye nsase ye funu kuro mu ade na ye my Ghana ne ye mpega nya dai emfansi baby. So I think say sometimes people think Omampanyin Mahama too gentle or ye too but say ye nyina no ye tutu jagufo a efie ne be hye e was say ebi tutu jano na ebi nso di nsuo ye dey eguso eno and e be bring it that to that e be bring it to that national equilibrium no e be ma oman no enya o say oman na say come di nipa obeye kai sa investors crowd be dwane aye dey akoba no nkyere say obi asa bi wadi dwirim obi a waye bone bi no obefa ne ho aye dey edi ba say obi aye bone na obetwe na so a enye dede because sabia nyaado obi ani ho a wokodi ewu a wokra ati obi say obi kokum obi no abekra sa me kokum obi aba wokodi ewu a wotrim na yedai ehye enti obi aye bone na wo so okogina mra no a emra no de obekwa akogina no ne mra no nya dai enkokonte eno nkyere se o man ne hia na se o man ne nya dai mo owura na asem no mo ka no omo ye dey a owura no be dey ebeba public tribunals no I was say ba no omo ye dey a public tribunal no ebeba because public tribunal is constitutional and me I think public tribunals no will serve the ends of justice even better than your current system I dey and then I was say
Abbas Nuruddin.
Obi, you still the idea. A bit mischievous.
Yeah, so we say happy birthday to Mrs. Gladys Boahema Ashite, popularly called Aboy, from the husband Honorable Ni Ama Ashite. And a happy belated birthday to Honorable Ni Ama Ashite, former mayor of Tema, former MP Clote Kole, and regional minister for Greater Accra, Employment and Labor Relations as well. And this from Mr. Ofori Kwe. And Mr. Ofori Kwe, and on the way about going out to you, Honorable Niama Ashite, and your lovely wife, Mrs. Gladys Boahema Ashite. Onudi Nawoda and Honorable Niama the Enra. Okay, and Okunune or Yere Bakudi now Denra and a Bakunsu Dinidie. And very, very interesting. Honorable. Belated happy birthday to you and a happy birthday to your wife as well. Congratulations to lawyer Abbas Nuruddin. As the NDC always say, it is too early. He can make all the ranting now, but very soon everyone will see his or her smoothness level. He should continue blaming the ex-government, Master Planner Jr. and on the way freaking Tampo at the Abraying. There are some other messages. We say, Obi, I'm Douglas, listening to you live from Ketekrache in the Oti region. Thank you. Obi, it seems Abbas Nuruddin Esquire hasn't learned that power is transient, hence the big parables and proverbs. We saw a lot of MPP folks talk like he's doing now, so they should relax. He has won the elections and been given a position, but still doing propaganda on certain issues. He should know that NDC will not be in power forever. King Ewo, Washington, D.C. And where's the Obi? Mr. Abbas Nuruddin is making my day. From Abdul Nafiu. Ono Asaman Kese in the Eastern region. Obi, good evening. The Abbas Nuruddin Esquire is right. Whoever has been appointed to a political position in JDM's government may have contributed one way or the other for the president's victory. Maintaining good and hard-working Ghanaians from the Esquire NPP administration is the way to go and must be commended. Kudos to JDM. Yao Seth, Austin, Texas. Now so far I'm maintaining MPP appointee. So some of them are there now. Okay. As to say on be toss koso aka ho no another thing. Now baby na wo na hwan na wo ho. Baby I was say SIF
no Mr. Justice Amankwa Mensa oye omo parliamentary candidate for Helen and Torso constituency no Krache West Krache West.
Okay. Okay.
He was formerly with GRA.
And now more than the call. 84. I mean, time I can best do that. I can for be a own name SIF. SIF your day.
You be. Them say SIF Social Investment Fund. A public company limited by guarantee.
Okay.
So you can say a company limited by guarantee. Not just say I say NGO no.
Yes. And yet for profit.
And yet for profit making. It is intended to achieve a certain social objective,
yes,
which is poverty alleviation. Say a bridge the inequality gap between a rural and urban Ghana. Now because of that, runs are there be a social piano a varied and wide.
Yes.
Now the a kakra woman say and yes subvented by the state.
Okay.
And not just as on mine one casa and shut down Fessica Biana in shim.
Including Omo Juma,
and your mind it your mocha. Say who develop a concept, be who identify program problem.
Yes.
Now try who proposal. Now only some of these donor agencies no. I day akasa.
Yes.
Only omu kana de ne to ma koma so a no mo twa program e dey e the amount. Now through that project what for project staff into you cry any permanent staff. What for project staff? It be a project coordinator. We
for that project
I ran about 5 years. Into here there were a lot of projects and on Mampeniku.
It means based on the project, no, they will be paid some allowance.
Yes, they will be paid some allowance. Project, as part of the package, the working staff of the implementing agency, no more edisi kabe basa yemfanye de inti omoka. Inti SIF survives a year largely on donor-funded projects. Inti no, and almost a year consultancy services.
Okay.
There are some of these are buying contracts in your money year consultancy. And as Nina a year problem at a particular point in time, almost of there are instances and so on. Omoma this microcredit to rural banks, no also the year day.
Okay.
The amount for so SIF Jumedi basically a poverty alleviation. No more send Americano, you made the everything can be subsumed under social investment. Into baby or how must see schools, nurses, quarters, or moya boreholes, or moya niama bebre a bois. Emma, it me too here, if free nipa abrabom na nipa ye de EDA in the agricultural sector more in the works and housing sector more in the mining sector more in the educational sector no ho. So
meaning say donor partner be anya na dwen say okay, I find any proposal interesting ti me just say me this ka bia be kwa GOG first come
for now GOG first ka bia anya de ema but we are looking at also trying to get launch an advocacy ebema abaya back SIF no with some law bia ebeba be a creature of statute. Once it becomes a creature of statute, it be a bit me up a regular source of funding be attached. Now SIF at me are regularizing the staff on the by payroll, so no one can send to me a day. I am there. But that is in the long term. In the short term, no, say even private agencies, any other state agencies, wahanomni at the end, bit me no more dinkita home. Now some of these government manifesto promises they are formulating into policy because SIF no is a project implementation unit and one kasa to me the program and one kasa say they are implementing currently no mo program the last time on why omunya is free donor agency be a friend offered near a year OPEC foreign investment fund. And OPEC and so a organization of petroleum exporting countries. More carbon money baby a bank be a friend of Badia, a Arab Bank for African Development. Omone cabo more brace a program be a friend of Integrated Rural Development Program. And then why a koto and your program back so and also is being funded by the African Development Bank. I a friend of FDPEP a post-COVID that they are putting in place the necessary health infrastructure. A be will gone. And it can say yes, I think kofubi a year particular sectors are saying yarebi to say COVID sabi free aura. You be a year the critical human resource somebody. So I think say is a very interesting area.
And duplicitous and other agencies be a Juma no Bonsu yebi.
On there. Over this whole concept of social investment fund now, it be war Egypt, and it be war Jamaica. Now, it has become the one-stop shop for all social interventions. SIF no, you bet me a structure ni. Now all other social interventions, no money
social intervention be
yes, but Egypt and Jamaica, no, that is how it has been structured. We are looking at getting to that stage and call yes, donor funds, no kwana. All other projects are buying, social projects are buying person or you know, be subsumed under SI so that it can run as an autonomous entity. A bit me enter into partnership with other state agencies, other multilateral or bilateral agencies, or even the private sector.
Yeah, it is a one the Ministry of Finance.
I want to say we had new operations no. We had the history no. Yet in 1998, under the presidency.
Okay.
And a Ministry of Finance, National Development Planning, a commission. And the war MPP by 2017. Nesha Hawa Kumsen Ministry Nase special initiative.
Special
and I think 2020 banners were called local government. But me and I think say okay or more Jumanwa. There is the fund sourcing aspect and there is the operational aspect. The fund sourcing aspect no basically a Ministry of Finance. And the operational aspect because a rural local government. The technically no because the two ministries are no more juma hand in hand panel the finance ministry and the local government because omo program say omo run no PSD PEP no under finance ministry and IRDP no somehow under local government. So be here mo Ghana fo nyina emo na ye zones. Northern region ni nyina zone ne wo because say
zonal office for SIF
na because say any projects aye ni nipa ba ko pe
and a share
zonal coordinator nko but say wo projects aye run here project bia no it comes with a package your funny page man to program me no miensa e bia ina ye no benya zonal coordinators be me no miensa obi aye dai ehwe bia so oba Accra hano Akufodua Accra any voter no omonso office no e Kofodua
okay
and a western and a central and a western north and so Cape Coast
okay
and Kumase Bono East and Bono Ankasania Hafo and so Kumase. So basically you were 4 zones and Accra the fund management unit no and also a war and crime. It is an area say me gidi say ma ye ni ekohu na ye nya the necessary funding no ni ade no a eno so ebetimi aye niama bebre dia meet the purpose for which is intended. Now ka say omodwuma die no ye duplicitous no ye say nam dodo ansan kwan aja say nam dodo wo ye nya dey ansan kwan. So far as every other ministry is doing is geared towards a certain social goal no. I think say enye bibi boni bia obi we so ha na we so ha and e betimi akukura ye dey e dey agina ho.
How can an agency like ODA social invest, it's not even an agency, it's like a fund.
It's a fund. It's a fund with no stream constant fixed stream of funding.
Yes. Ain't fund bit say ODA because they are nipa ne be managing fund. How can you help the job creation agenda of the president?
Fantastic. On say unemployment has become a social conundrum. I say a resolve. Na ohwe other sectors be to say agri sector. Ohwe other sector be it is even the mining sector. It will huge potential. It me identify program no near formulate and near me ya. You bet me secure funds. Edi abmam mabuno bi ebi omo pese omo coin to large scale ye program ebi nkokon ketenkete amam for pese omo ye betimi embark on a project SI ye betimi akoso so funds yes empower mabuno be 5,000 am omako into poultry farming no ya ye be pebuo no dia ye dey amount ni amount facility betimi aton kokko be 5,000 ni amount aduane a de be dey ebe ma omo wie na o ton enkosia no na utia sika ne dey enkakra yewura mahama kan ebi o se o de enhyehyɛ bi be friend adwuma wura ye be so mabunu be 10,000 asia obi bia adwuma o pese o ye ne yehwe ne ye tena se ne a draw business plan amano ya mano business sustainability officer obehwe se ade ne ye workable ne apesika ye dey ata na chi SIF betimi ye dey aye saade no ene SIF one area power where environmental sustainability, green energy and climate issues. And there were green energy blocks to be a air bar, a very innovative. You bet me see a whole classroom, a whole school facility, a survival on green energy. We are looking at exploring those possibilities. Rural communities and so on. When I have microcredit a year ankasa, it's because also funds na uko isremonom ni adia e mano efo no mo ye ne sanse sikani o monsam no nti o muntimi nya dai entre o mahiem yetimi di sika koso o masene wo ho na o matimi atra o mahiem mo ye ade no a enobaye ne ba ebuso no mo so ye dai etia no enkakran yes I ye consultancy service Ministry of Works and Housing adwumadie bia the major consultant no na ye SIF. So now we are looking at building the consultancy base no ebeba be the consultancy agency of choice abaya de bia no umbetimi engage as consultant ne so yetimi aye ediaboa said ye be ya ibenya sika ediato me ko ye mahuni ma kakra bia and then you want a lawyer because you're a lawyer now you look at structures, you look at corporate governance principles. Because you may be 8 years and there is no board in place. The board is also supposed to be a company limited by guarantee. You must have a board of trustee or board of directors. You say in many board, you see a strategic plan, any your corporate planner. In the short to medium terms, and near my person, and non a big guided operation of a year as na ye ne nkof ya engage consultants na ye develop proposals ya per man for mo betimi aboye ame pushy obi bia betimi aboye ame pushy akope sika dia ba no success based fee will be paid to you, so that way it become an income generating venture even for a year. Some people are me say ebeboa ma adwumadie na ye de akoye na in the meantime no asase no ayete so no nya dia sanze Moses nya dia in the first tax we have ne say ye ne ababe kasa ne secure asase no because company atena ho since 1998 I think 27 years if I'm not mistaken ne there. I was saying no ewo ne japade I was saying no one asase between establishing as a limited liability as a company with perpetual succession and no between aye niam aye dey ewo no ani dinemu once I we na say aye ne so a dining is a makeshift structure. Yeah, we see between see a modern office befitting of the status of a year SIF no na ye secure ya sase na afedie ye hwe nti ankrankran nwuma die obi bia wo bibia opeso ye de boa in the social sector no obetimi aba no na SIF a partner na ye nyina ya ka bom na ya ye na Ghana for enya so fa so
Wow, that's interesting. Lawyer Abbas Nuruddin and Amoten and Kanono the CEO of, in fact, acting CEO of the Social Investment Fund. And yes, I am Rano would engage him and Afe Nyoma, and what's what the Tujama Ghana for Winate. Efan the Jumedi hono wetimi ede atuja, and then we can all see how best I be me support him and the Jumedi no etumi etu empointi lawyer ye better say papa say unfortunately nya there honorable a friend is saying
aqua itimi
buy but I hope say next time I will be banner na ebia wetumi abanti ye da se papa bibia ne ye bese ye di nkomo bi why
me da se
wish you very very well.
Thank you.
Lawyer Abbas Nuruddin.
No,
we brutal.
O bi se bi suasia
we brutal eri ejejuma de nyina ebesi ha sa